Hi everyone. When I talk about an adjective always describes a noun. So if I talk about my shoes, an adjective can describe my shoes. New shoes, expensive shoes, nice shoes. Dallas is also a noun, so we can use adjectives to describe Dallas. Dallas is big, Dallas is nice, Dallas is hot during the summer. So for an adjective clause, a clause is a part of a sentence. So here, this adjective clause is going to describe a noun. So I have a few different words here. Sometimes we're going to use who or that to describe a person, which or that to describe a thing, where to describe a place, when to describe time, whose to describe possession. In this first sentence that I have, the student is using his phone. He is always late. In an adjective clause, we're going to put these two sentences together to make one sentence. In this sentence, the word he talks about a student, right? The student. Since that's a person, we're going to use either who or that to combine these two sentences. We're not going to combine at the period, but we're going to combine where the noun is. He describes the student, so that's where we're going to combine these two sentences. The student is using his phone. He is always late. The student who is always late is using his phone. So keep in mind, we drop the word he, we add who, and we're combining it where the he describes the student. The second example is also about a person. The soccer player runs very fast. He is wearing number 7. Again, he is talking about a person, so we're going to combine with either who or that. And again, we're not combining at the period, but we're going to drop the he, add a who, and move it to the soccer player because that's what we're talking about. The soccer player who is wearing number 7 runs very fast. These next two examples talk about a thing. And when we talk about a thing, we're going to describe with either which or that. The shoes at Walmart are very cheap. They are not very good quality. Here, they are talking about the shoes, which are a thing. So we're going to combine the sentence, these two sentences, at shoes, because that's what they is describing. So we're going to drop the they and add either which or that. The shoes, which are not good quality, are cheap. My iPad is new. It is pink color. So here it is talking about a thing, my iPad. So again, we're going to combine an iPad, and because it's a thing, we'll use which. My iPad, which is pink, is new. Whenever we have a possessive pronoun, my, his, her, your, our, that means it's possessive. So in this situation, this next one, we're going to use whose. In the top, if you see he, it's talking about a person, so we'll use who. When we say his, it's a possession, so that's why we're adding whose. My roommate, whose bedroom hasn't been cleaned in weeks, is lazy. For this next one, Subway. Subway is the name of a restaurant, and I'm talking about Subway, the place, the restaurant. So in that case, I'm adding where because we're talking about the place. And again, for this one, if I say I eat lunch there, there also tells me that I'm describing a place. So we're going to be combining these two sentences at Subway because that's where there is describing. The Subway where I eat lunch every day is the only cafeteria on Richland campus. There will be a day in the future. This one's talking about time, so we're going to combine with who. There will be a day in the future when I will have $25 million. I hope this is true. So let's look at these examples together. Barack Obama is retired. He was the 44th president of the United States. In this situation, we have Barack Obama and he, so we're talking about a person. So I'm going to use either who or that. So again, we're going to drop the he and add who and bring it over closer to Obama. Barack Obama, who was the 44th president of the United States, is retired. This next sentence says, my Rolex watch is broken. It is made of gold and diamonds. Here I have my Rolex, which is a thing, and it. So because this is a thing, we need to use which. My Rolex watch, which is made of gold and diamonds, is broken. This next sentence says, my childhood home is for sale. We're talking about a place. And I also know it's a place because I say I used to live there for 18 years. So we're going to combine at the home, and we don't need to say the word there because I know we're talking about a place. My childhood home, where I used to live for 18 years, is for sale. There is a time in elementary school. I know that this one we're using when because we're talking about a time. There was a time in elementary school when I had many friends. The computer is old. It is hard to use. The computer and it are both things, so we're going to be using which. The computer, which is hard to use, is old. Okay, so the man teaches us English as a second language. He has 200 cats. Here I'm talking about a person, so we can combine with who. The man who has 200 cats teaches us English. Remember earlier when I was saying the possessive pronouns, my, your, his, her? So here we have her, so I know that this one is going to be possessive. A student whose wallet was stolen is crying. Now, as we come back and look at these examples, again, please keep in mind that we're not combining at the period. Remember that an adjective describes a noun, so we're going to combine these sentences at the noun that we're trying to talk